You like fingers and sex? You ain't no stud.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
Well,
Damn.
what?
You're
take the
like, where's
patch
the rule
right
book?
off. Okay.
I am a stud. I wear fitted hats.
This is Shana,
And Kris.
and we are Bad Queers. If you came out of the closet and got put in a box of stereotypes you don't belong to, then welcome to the Bad Queers Club.
All right. This week in Queer Urban Dictionary, I have feminine of center,
Mm.
which is a queer feminine identity or gender expression. The Safe Zone Project says that feminine of center individuals are people who present, understand themselves, and or relate to others in a generally more feminine way, but don't necessarily identify as women sometimes. Like it's just feminine of center, which I love. Masculine of center has been great for me. So there's feminine or femme of center. My sentence is not all people who are feminine of center will present in a feminine way, actually. And that's this whole definition is from non-binary wiki. So shout out to our femme of center folks.
I still feel like people would be assholes and somebody said, well, I'm feminine of center, and they just be like, shut up. And that's terrible. But I think we
You
should be
think
using it
so?
more often. I think we might,
Who's gonna
because
tell them to shut it?
I don't know.
I hope not.
But I'm gonna
Look,
test.
they better
I
not.
feel like hey, not in
They
our
better
house.
not. Yeah. MOC's adoption was just seamless, so I feel like FOC should be as well.
I feel like it
I'm
should.
like, oh,
It's a good balance.
mm-hmm.
It's like, why wouldn't there be a feminine of center if there is a masculine of center?
Yeah. Only makes right.
It just makes sense. It just makes
Mm,
sense.
yeah.
Well, I'm continuing with my pink news definitions because they've put up some good ones lately. And so this week's Queer Urban Dictionary definition is mother. Mother is a term of deep respect for someone iconic, nurturing, or legendary. My sentence is from Pink News and talks about how mother dates back to 18th century queer spaces like Mother Clap's Molly House and revived in 20th century ballroom culture where house mothers led and cared for their chosen families. Mother.
Mm. Mother
Sometimes
claps, Molly
mother,
House.
you know, like
Mm.
what a name.
Yeah. Mother claps. Yep.
Mother Clap's Molly House. Well, y'all, the joy of joys.
We did this.
We've made it. Honestly, y'all, no
What a
lie, you're
year.
welcome for this,
What a
for
year.
like these end of year guests, because
Mm.
the way that
What
the
a
people
year.
are showing out and we are here for it. We are
Hmm.
so excited to welcome Mal Wright. She, her, they, if you're zesty, who's a reality TV standout from Netflix's Queer Ultimatum season 1. Known for her grounded energy, sharp wit, and unfiltered authenticity. A creative based in New York with Caribbean roots and a background in corporate leadership and casting, she brings industry savvy and cultural depth to everything she does on and off the screen.
All right, y'all. We've prayed night after night for this person, this guest. We knew if we put it in the atmosphere, this day would come to fruition, and it's here. Now, right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Backwards.
Thank you so much for having me. We put it into the world. We gave it to God.
Yeah,
And
I
look what
gave it
God
right to
did.
him.
Mhm.
I told him it's priority, but I told him I had a couple other things that night. I asked him, but you were there. You were
100%.
there. He knew, and he knew my heart, and he was like,
That
we're gonna get her on.
right on CP time. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. That's my lord. So
Because we did have season 2 Queer Ultimatum on before we had season 1 Ultimatum on. So that really shows the CP time in
yeah,
this.
we did.
That's
He's
how
a
we
funny
did
god.
that.
He's a funny god. He's a funny god.
Not on your time, but on his time.
Ever,
Okay.
never on my time. Actually, I actually don't give
Mhm.
him any timings. I just put it up there, and days like
You'll
today
get there.
happened. So, welcome for the two people on the planet that don't know who you are. Can you introduce yourself?
Ooh. I'm Mal, and I was on Flavor of Love. I'm lying. I was on Queer Love Ultimatum
I mean, basically,
season 1.
basically Flavor of Love.
Something like it.
Well, Flavor of Love adjacent.
Yep.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
on that show. I'm now the second half of Queer Aunties, which is a fun little thing we're doing that's running content up on for them and Autostraddle. I'm also on the Autostraddle and for them team. I'm in partnerships and still true in fashion, my HR roots. I'm still doing that stuff. So, and I did a casting production for season 2. So I helped cast some of the people that you saw on that show. You can ask me all the questions too.
Yeah,
This is the safe. This is a safe space.
And we
We
will
can get into it.
You said I'm past that NDA time frame, so we good.
Yeah. But tell
We
us
can talk
about
about
your hometown, your upbringing, and your queer awakening as well. Like, just tell us about the early days.
Yeah, hometown. It's always interesting when people ask me where home is or where I'm from. I grew up in California. And I was born in LA. I was raised in Anaheim. And then I went to high school and college in Florida. My dad retired. They built a house out there. Played basketball in college. And then after that, jumped into the corporate world because we need jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And my queer awakening kind of happened in Atlanta. So that's where I jumped into work and became as gay as I could be. That was in Atlanta.
Okay.
And that is a time to be Black and queer in your 20s.
I bet. So wait, you came out after basketball?
Thank you.
Like
Asking the right questions.
How did that happen?
I didn't get to come out. I was outed in high school.
Sorry.
Yeah. And by outed, I mean I outed myself because I was doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing in my parents' house. And my daddy walked in on me.
Wow.
Eating coochie. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mom, because I know you like to watch this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
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 You sure did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? Let me take you back to this time. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. You're doing what you need to be doing, and you think you're great at it. Okay. You think you're sneaky. You think you know because you've done this a time or two before.
And
just
then close the door, my friend.
Yeah, close the door. You don't have to lock it. Why? Because I've done this before lots of times. Who cares, right? You have your MTV jams on. Turn the volume up to about 45. And then boom, in comes your Cuban immigrant Black daddy. Okay. Opens the door. You hear the door behind you. You get up. You open your eyes. You look back. Your daddy looking at you. You looking at him. You look forward. The girl's scared. She don't know what to do.
Naturally.
The girl that's scared is me and her. We both the girls that are scared. You look back at your daddy.
Like, I am.
He's looking at you. You look back at the girl. The girl says, "I gotta go."
Yeah. Gotta break that silence.
Said, I'm not staying in this.
But she gotta pass through your daddy first. And it was really all bad. You guys can open your eyes now.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Awakening to trauma.
Wow.
You see how that feels?
I know this is
your room in my head.
I guess I was gonna ask, this is such a random question, but do you remember the pattern of your comforter? Was this like a Target buy? Was this a Walmart buy? Like, had you grown out of your adolescence of maybe 101 Dalmatians or something and moved up? Like, what were you trying to do on those? Like, what were the pattern of those shoes?
You know what? I don't think I had much choice. It was my mother's Jamaican. This is part of my background. My mother's Jamaican. My dad's Cuban. They both migrated to this country in their like mid-20s. So the pattern I could imagine, if I could remember, was just ugly. I didn't have a choice.
You didn't even
it
have
wasn't
a choice.
like pick what you want. Let's make it cute. They were like, these are the comforters that you're getting.
Because you're lucky to be in this house.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was the first thing your parents did say to you, or your dad? Like,
my dad was like, he has a very thick accent. Well, he had a very thick accent. He was just like, this is what you do. It was sheer disappointment in his face. You know, and I'm like, because, I'm like, oh no, wipe my face.
Just
and then I look back at the girl.
Yeah.
100%. I'm like, you gotta go. When my mom finds out, she's gonna kill you.
You, not me.
You gotta go. You will die.
Still loves me. Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad was like extremely disappointed. He was just like, let's call your mom. Let's tell her the good news. Really just condescending, really awful. He called her and told her she needed to come home from work right now. This man told her to come home from work right now.
Wait, what time of day was this? So you were trying to get this off during the day. Wait, during school? A school day?
Like
Did
after,
you
it was
try
like
to do?
after school.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
after school.
Okay.
That little
I high-key
afternoon
might have
period that
skipped.
parents are still
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this should be at work. Yeah.
Right. I might have skipped basketball practice and everything. I was like, I'm about to do this.
Yes.
This is what type of time
Yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah. Layups.
Right.
At home.
What a dummy. What a dummy.
Yeah.
I would have beat my own ass, honestly.
You know, when you grow up, you're like, all right, that was a bit much, you know, to try
My
and get
mom
that
came
off.
home furious. She comes in. I guess my dad told her. I was freaking out. She already called my auntie, her sister. I think my dad already told my brother, who was in California. And she came home, and I remember her like coming in the room, ripping the sheets off, as if like, I don't know, like I've defiled the home, you know.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't believe you, you know. I can't believe you choose it. I feel so bad because that's my girl, and I love my daddy to death. We have come such a long way.
I was gonna
but at the
ask,
time, it was terrible.
how long did it take them to kind of come around? It took my mom like 3 years.
About the
so.
same.
Yeah.
About the same, yeah. Like this happened my junior year summer.
Mm.
And then my entire senior year, they like barely spoke to me until I decided I was going to have a boyfriend. And then they were like,
we're back. It's
wow.
Right,
have him in your room. Not a big deal.
Right. Don't care.
Serve y'all snacks.
Right. That's literally the Mean Girls moment where she comes in and she's like, snacks, condoms, let me know.
Yeah, all of it.
Good to go.
Y'all could do anything you want. Okay. Anything. Okay.
Do it. Do the thing.
Just do it.
Wait, so then to even fast forward that conversation to then you being a fully queer person on a television show, how did you tell them that?
I didn't. If I'm honest with you, silly again, you know, same thought process, not thinking it through. I was just like, I mean, I guess they're just gonna find out, or maybe they won't, because in my mind, I'm like, who's gonna watch this show? Like, my thoughts were, worst case, nobody's gonna see this. My parents aren't tapped into gay television. They're not gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. The whole family did.
I was like, were they big Netflix people just together? Because I was like, the marketing was very great for it. Like that.
Not that I knew of
everywhere.
until they saw it. You know, I was like, I'm doing a TV show, and they didn't really understand. It's funny because like immigrants, anything you do that has to do with media at all, they think is Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, wow, she's a big Hollywood star, you know? I'm like, it's reality TV. It's Netflix. It's fine. It's not that deep. But yeah, they tuned in. Everybody tuned in. Every person in my family watched, and it ended up being really cool. Like their reception to it was really cool. And I leaned on them a bit throughout, you know, the experience, and they were really there for me. So they really kind of got over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the time before you decided to like, you know, sign up for the show, or just the show came to mind. Like what we know that you were in a previous relationship, but what was going on during that time that had you open to being on the show too? Because some people are like, yeah, I mean, that seems cool, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be on a show with my relationship. But like, what were the things happening in the background that like made you comfortable with moving forward with it?
For me, the thought that it wasn't going to get, like, it wasn't going to blow up. I really thought it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. And the enterprise didn't exist yet. So I hadn't seen any example. Of course, you get talked to from casting producers of like the premise, but they started unloading more and more of the premise with each interview. Okay. So like, at first I'm like, I don't really understand, but let's just see, like, I don't know, maybe it'll be fine. And they name dropped somebody that we knew. So then it was just like, okay, let's see if this is actually real, and let's just see. Because curious, we're in Seattle and it's boring, and let's just see what they're talking about, you know? And then you have a couple more interviews, and I was like, I remember one of the final interviews being like, I don't know if we are built for this. I don't know if we should do this. Not our dynamic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then
what made you say that?
We was in therapy every week for a year.
You're like, that's a good show. The show.
That'll do it.
Maybe therapy in a show would do it though. Therapy in a show. Not a lot of people tried it. So Therapy and a show
I
night.
said, I said at the very least, we'll have like at minimum we'll have the language to talk through things, which that's what we saw. We did see language.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wasn't sure. And you know, I was with a person at the time that was very convicted in how they felt about things and doing things. And all I need is a little amp up for my partner, just like a little amp up, a little conviction, a little like, we can do this. And I'm like, okay, maybe we can.
Yeah.
I believe it. I don't know if I fully would do it on my own, but like if you say we can make it, then we gonna make it.
Yeah.
So yeah, did it. Said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rest is history.
The rest
is history. Do you know that I was thinking about it and reflecting on it because, again, just excited to have you on in this interview. But like, we're of a certain age. We've seen a lot of reality TV. And I don't think there's much universally beloved people like you are. Do you feel that? Like, even now, like it's been a couple years, but do you feel the love still? Like, people really, really love you. And loved you on the show. Like, I had my straight friends be like, are you watching this? That's the dead giveaway when it crosses over. Straight friends are always like, hey.
Like, excuse me, how dare you send me a text asking if I'm watching the show? Because how dare you?
Tell me more about this show. Yeah, but that's when you know, like, my older sister, like, you're just beloved. Like, do you feel that?
It's all, I mean, yes. And I think sometimes it's hard to believe. I know it's not, our experience isn't monolithic as Black masked people and Black queer people. But I think specifically as Black masked people, sometimes it's hard to believe when you hear that, it's hard to like accept that. So I hear it and I feel it. But I don't know if I've always believed it. And I don't know if my lens has always been open to like seeing that the way that people tell me,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I hear it and I love it and I appreciate and I accept it. And also I'm doing a better job. I'm trying to remind myself like people do care about you. People really do fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you might not, I don't want you to feel this way and everything's already happened, but there's not so many, as you kind of mentioned, positive images of Black masked people on TV. So for me, being older and again, going through seeing a lot of reality TV shows. I mean, we had Tila Tequila. We've had some shows. Like this was good for me, but I was happy that you just exist for our younger, community just to have that. Like, I was like, this is deeply helpful for them. So you don't have to say anything to that, but you are loved and thank you for the visibility of it all. And not being Malibu on there, as we talked about in pre-pro. Because you could have been Malibu.
That could have been a whole different energy.
You could have been
like,
a whole
is there like an
energy?
Hold on. Is there an alter ego for Malibu? Like is there
I'm
a
not
vision
sure.
you see in your head?
So, I actually don't know. This is funny. When I moved to the South, right? I remember I moved from California.
Mm-hmm.
And my accent was very like just different than the South. I guess it gave Valley Girl and Barbie. And so that's what they named me. The kids were like, we're going to call you Malibu. We're going to call you like Malibu Barbie. And that's where it came from. And it just stuck. And so when I decided to do this show, I'm like, I was working in HR and I was in leadership at the time. And I was like, I cannot go on TV or be recorded in any way on any network with my real name. Like I'm not doing that. So I use my nickname, and my nickname I don't use at work, right? I use my government name at work. So I thought, okay, some people call me Mal for short, and this has just been the name forever. So I just went by that, and I dyed my hair blonde. And I'm like, if this comes out and it gets back to work, they'll be like, I saw a girl that looks like you, and I'll just be like, that's my twin sister.
Not you went into witness protection on a reality TV show.
You could get that off of white people, though. Okay. That's not me, but
that's not me.
Right.
That's not
dye
me.
your hair once,
learned it.
Put some slits in there, and folks are like, "Oh, they look just like you," and you're just like, "Not all Black people look like."
Are you sure? Meredith would be like, "Are you sure?
Are you sure?"
Nah, girl, that's not me. We don't look
me.
alike. Do you think we look alike?
Right.
Just switch it on up. So
that's HR. That's a problem.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Wow.
Oh. All right. So Atlanta as a queer person, and then did you go back? You went back to California after Atlanta, correct? Or
No,
where'd you
my
go after
job
Atlanta?
moved me around. So I went
Okay.
from Atlanta to Chicago, and
Okay.
then I took another job with the same company to Seattle, and that's where we got casted for the show.
Okay.
So my job moved me to Seattle, got casted for the show, and the show was recorded in San Diego.
Okay. That's why I was like, why does San Diego keep popping up in my head? But you were casted in Seattle. Okay.
Yeah,
How would you describe the queer scene in Atlanta versus your time in Chicago versus Seattle?
so different. Um, wow, hands down. No, I don't want to say anything pejorative or like problematic, but the queer scene in Atlanta is something to be experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be Black and queer in Atlanta is amazing. Um, there's so many iterations of queer that you can be and Black that you might not have seen growing up, depending on where you grew up,
Hmm.
and there's so many pockets of queerness and it's so expansive. And it's just like you could try anything you want, any expression you want in Atlanta, and it's accepted and you're gonna find your community, you're gonna find your pockets. There's so many things to do. You might not even run into some of the same people. The world doesn't feel as small as it does, I
Hmm.
think, in other queer circles. I mean, in some ways it does, but
Hmm.
like not really in Atlanta. Um, so amazing coming, like being gay there in your 20s and I don't know, exploring yourself and what you like and how you look was amazing. And dating, it was amazing.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
Chicago was cool too. Chicago was really cool for its own reasons, but I think like I made really great friends in Chicago and I was there focused on work. So I wasn't really there trying to be out in the scene and I was comparing everything to Atlanta anyway. So it was like very different.
Mhm.
Seattle, mm, you
Wow.
might want to go there booed up. That's a good place to go there with a boo.
Okay. Okay. That was
It really
nice.
is.
Um,
Has a lot of cute date places.
that's it. It's extremely white. Um, and that's hard. But I do say it's a wonderful place to heal. Like
Mm.
I think Seattle is a great place to heal if you like yourself and you want to learn to like yourself more, that's a great place to be.
Hmm.
I
I can see
think.
that. That was very
Yeah.
nice compliments for each city. But Atlanta in your
Yeah.
20s is crazy. I bet that was
Yeah,
nuts. I can't
I
imagine.
can only
Diabolical.
imagine.
Honestly, thank God
Honestly,
he didn't do that to me because, good Lord.
that I feel like that could be a part of the package that they send us to. It's like they just go ahead and send us one-way tickets to Atlanta, go and
Yeah.
experience that, and I feel like we would all be in a much happier place.
That or
That's
Brooklyn. I think Brooklyn would be a wonderful place
Love
too.
New York. Yeah.
I do. New York does do me right every time we go.
Right?
Every time, as Kris has seen.
Yeah, it does.
Where are you guys at?
I'm
I'm
in
in the
Chicago.
Bay. I'm in the Bay.
You're in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the Bay?
Hmm. Yeah. Which has been good.
Yes.
I like what you said about healing because it's been healing to be queer in the Bay. I went to
Yeah.
school in the DMV, so that was a fun time in my 20s. But yeah, being in the Bay for my late 20s to now has been great. It's been about 11 years here, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's been
And
healing. But I do miss the East, so contemplating a move back.
Yeah.
yes, and that's how Kris and I met was we worked together in the Bay Area, and then I
Yeah.
moved to
Okay.
Chicago. And that's how we connected.
How do you like
Yeah.
Chicago?
I love it. I
It's
love it so
good.
much. I love it
Yeah.
so much. The
Great
people, the
place.
parties, everything about it. Everything about it.
Have you
Even
been
me having
to
to hole up at home.
did you ever go to any slow-mo parties?
Oh yeah. Yeah, now they're done.
I know.
Sad. Sad, but like good for them. Great run, great party, great mix of people. You
I
can't ask
got
for
some
more,
good
right?
people in Chicago. Some of my like best buddies are in Chicago now. We probably have the same. You probably know some of the mutuals, I
I was
think.
like, if not, know of them at least.
Yeah.
Because our
Yeah.
circles are small. Our circles are small. So that's what happens. So okay, let's go into the show a little bit more because
Shoot it.
need to. Let's start with season 2 first before we go back into your
Ask
season.
me anything. I'm telling y'all to ask me anything, and I'm going to tell
Okay.
you everything.
All right. First of all, which couples were yours? Which were the ones that you were
Okay,
like,
now
I'm
you
riding and
okay.
dying for? Which ones were yours? Hold on. No, actually, I'm going to answer this first. Were you proud or disappointed in the people that you ended up choosing?
This is not a fair question.
You said ask me anything, and now
Ask
we
me anything
challenging it.
in the
You
camera.
said
I shouldn't have
just
said
your
it.
best.
I shouldn't have
First
said
question,
that.
you're like,
I was like,
okay.
And then I
I take that
softened it
back.
up a little bit.
I take that back.
Ask me some things.
Ask me anything. Don't ask me nothing.
I said, you know what? I take it back. I gotta head out.
Right.
You're
I don't
watching
know if
as
I had favorites. Can I be asked? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Let me start
yes.
with it was really painful for me to watch. Like
Mm,
it was a painful watch just because I don't love that version of reality TV to begin with. And I know that's crazy because I also worked in casting for it, but I don't love the premise of the show. I don't love it for queer people. I don't
mm-hmm.
love it. Do I think
Mhm.
it's fun to watch? Of course, it's entertaining, it's messy, it's all the things. But I don't love it. So it was hard for me to it's a hard watch for me, number one, at baseline, but number two, because I did it. So I know what they're going or what they were going through and what they were feeling. And
Mhm.
that was also really hard.
Mm.
So when you ask if I have like a favorite couple, not really. I have from like the auntie in me and like working in casting, I'm like, I have ways that I wish they would have acted on the damn camera,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but like a favorite, not really. And I recognize in casting, not everybody that was casted got to be on the show. And
Mm.
I do know that like there might have been more Black people on the show, but maybe they broke up before filming came.
Mm.
There was just,
That's a thing.
I think it could have been different, maybe, you know. There are ways that you hope that you've given the cast like the best advice that you can, and you hope they take that and they do something different.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I was a little disappointed, with what I saw. I was like, damn, did you have to do that? And
I was
you could have
rooting
done
for you.
nothing.
We were all
Yeah.
rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you, you know?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know if I had a favorite. Of course, like I was rooting for AJ and Britt. Those are my babies.
Yeah.
And I had an idea of what they might face after the fact, entertainment at their expense.
Yeah.
So I was rooting for them and I felt protective of them, even though my boo AJ we didn't know where it was going to go.
Mhm.
We didn't know at all. I was like, I am so glad, AJ, you landed that plane because I didn't know what was gonna go. I was like, what is happening?
All of us were just
First
hanging
couple
on the
episodes,
edge, like, please, please.
Yeah.
AJ, no.
No, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but landed the plane.
We were truly wondering how much of the editing impact AJ. Because we were just like, is this the stereotype that they are putting out there, or is this really good editing? And we just needed to see in that essence, because it was similar to the video that you did a call out on before or right when the season came out, where you were like, we don't know these people
At
and
all.
we're like,
Yeah.
correct, these are characters for us right now, but
Right.
it's real life and these are real people in real relationships, and so we have to take a beat. And so when you're looking at certain people, we were like, all right, we see this from AJ. Our reaction to what we have seen is A, but we also know that editing and prompting and other stuff happens on the Z side. So where in the middle are we floating when it comes to what that looks like for them?
I know they had a whole different production team. So I don't know. And I think production changes with each season, and it needs to, because the more seasons come out, the more people, we evolve, and people's motives for being on television changes the more that shows come out and the more that they see examples of what they think can be. Right. And so I think production has to adjust with that. And I think the more you see seasons come out, the more you'll see heavy editing. This is my theory. I don't know if it's true, but I can tell by even just casting the second season, there were several people that were like, I just want to be on TV. And like, what do I need to do to just be on TV?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how much editing had a hand in season 2. I also think that it's hard to see yourself. It's hard to watch yourself back again. You're quick. I think we're quick to be like, I was edited that way, but it's like, but you said that crazy shit that they didn't. That wasn't AI. They didn't plug that for you.
Yeah.
You said that. Whatever context it was, that's debatable. I get that, but you still said it. You still reacted the way that you do, and so there's only so much that the camera can edit out. And I don't think Kinetic Content, who's the people that produce the show, I'm not sure that they're trying to create this like, I don't know, this story. That's a lot to do with 6 different couples,
right,
12 different personalities. That's a lot of work to try to create somebody different. And I don't think it's worth their time. Not when the show is set up the way that it is. The show kind of writes itself. Like, you take your relationship on this show, you're dating other people, you come back together, and then you're supposed to either get married or walk away from each other. You don't need to create a story. The show is already chaotic. So when you ask how much editing, I'm like, yes, there is editing, and yes, they do splice moments together and like put reactions where maybe you didn't react that way. But I think the sentiment about the people is still pretty true.
Okay. It's something it wasn't so far off with the editing in some cases. Got it.
I don't think so.
Say is the biggest difference between the 2 seasons? Like, obviously you being talent season 1 and then being behind the scenes season 2. What was some of the biggest differences that you saw being on both sides?
Ooh, I don't know if I can answer that accurately because I wasn't a part of casting interviews for season 1, so I don't know what the through line is, for each member. In this one, it seems like no matter what, they were committed to being together. Most of the couples, no matter what.
I was going to rephrase and say what specifically, I guess, between just the casting side or being part of the castings. Like, this time you had like a kind of a bird's eye view, but like, did you see things like, oh, okay, they got to meet up off camera more this season, or they did this season, like things that just stuck out, like, we didn't get to do that shit, or they should have done this like we did in season 1?
Yeah. I'm buddies with one of the EP or one of the executive producers on the show, and she was like, I remember grabbing lunch with her after they had filmed second season, and she was just like, this season is so different than y'all. She's like, they will not stop talking to each other. Like, they talk to each other when they're not supposed to, off camera. It doesn't matter. They will not leave each other alone. Where we kind of followed the rules more, I guess. Like, there were times, of course, you don't try and talk to your person. We all did it. But I think we followed the rules more, and we were just like, they say you can't, so we won't. Yeah. This second season was like, fuck all that. I'm talking to my boo.
Yeah. Right. You could feel that when watching it. And that's one of we did our recaps. It's like we were talking about that. And I know that was one of the kind of sub plot lines, but we were like, they are seeing each other a lot. Like, you could just feel like there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes. And it just, I don't know, the whole season was off. Like, it was just like from beginning to end.
We were like rushed.
Rushed. Felt rushed.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Yeah.
They were seeing each other. What else? I think that's it. I think, and maybe that's the biggest difference, is that they were actually still communicating with their original partners, which probably made all the difference.
It did.
And the end of things. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I should have done.
Does.
We knew it.
Just talk to it. What y'all in there doing?
Just
like, what your days look like?
No, I was casting, but what if you came in just to like hall monitor? Like, y'all get back in your rooms. Back in your rooms. Back in there. We didn't do that. Yeah.
I follow the rules. You are too.
Yeah, and they should have. It really did come across that way. Like, you kind of felt it. Like, all right, y'all.
I think the other thing that they got was they had like a limit on how much they could drink on camera.
Oh, on camera.
Yeah. So off camera you could do, when you're off the clock, it's like a job. When you're off the clock, you can do whatever you want to do. But when you're on camera, like for us, I didn't realize what was going on. So when they were like, Mal, what's your drink preference? What do you want? I'm like, I think I'm playing a game on them. I'm like, give me Clase Azul. I'm running it up. I'm getting like $200-300 bottles of alcohol. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking like they're not gonna buy this. I got it. And sure enough, they showed it with good alcohol. And I'm like,
Good
oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna be messed up on camera. And I had to think in my mind, like quickly, like, oh, okay. I actually don't want that. I actually want to be, coherent for what's going on. And I think the second season, they weren't allowed to do that. That was like the rule, like 2 drink max. That's it. So you got very sober people as well.
Yeah, which is a very different vibe.
Right.
That brings to the party. It's our sober day party that's happening on a regular. That's it. So when it comes to your opportunities in the future, if somebody was like, "Hey Mal, we have another reality TV show," would you do it or no?
What kind? They talked to me about this. I have had meetings about this. And I remember like meeting with Netflix folks and they're like, okay, so like what's next? What kind of show? Talk to us about what type of show. Like, what are you thinking you'd want to be on? They're like, would you do Perfect Match? And I was like, no, I wouldn't do another love show. Y'all couldn't pay me enough. I wouldn't do it. But put me on like a Survivor, put me on like a Naked and Afraid, put me
Oh, not
on.
Naked and Afraid.
I know. I was like, maybe not Naked and Afraid.
I mean, I'm not saying I would last, but I am saying that I'd like to see a black masked person on one of these little outdoor shows. But we did have that couple on Survivor.
Yes. I forgot their names, but we saw.
I forgot their names too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. We did.
They're amazing. They're fantastic.
What would you change about a queer reality show if you were to put it together? And maybe not putting all your ideas out here, but what's like one major thing you would change about a queer dating reality show, I should say, specifically?
The viewers, the viewership. And I mean this with love and I mean it with care, but like we say that we want like a healthy, fun-loving show. We say we want that, but when there's one remotely close or you have cast or talent that's remotely close to that, viewership tanks. Like we want to see mess. We say that we want this different representation of reality show, but we don't tune into it and we don't ask for it. And, our attention and engagement goes to dramatic reality television. So I want different type of shows. I would love a Queer Love is Blind. We all know that like the issue with it's not that they haven't thought about a Queer Love is Blind. The issue is right when we get in that house and we separate, you're going to have people in the house creating we're going to change the whole dynamic of the show, which might be great, but it's messy.
Yeah. Because I was like, you're going to fall in love with the people who are in your house.
In the house.
I know. Because that's what I said. I thought it would be a fun way to say, okay, you have this group that you see in person, and then you have this group that you have to go and meet. And then it's really testing, is love truly blind? Right. Are you going to take a chance on seeing the person behind the wall, or are you going to take a chance with somebody who was in the room with you? And I'm like, that sounds amazing to me.
I love it.
I think it sounds great. I don't know. I also, I can't speak on that, but I don't know. Maybe we need a new administration also. I don't know.
Would help.
Minor details.
Little things. Yeah.
That's it.
That would help.
Because they canceled the rest of Queer Ultimatum. And it was one of the most viewed shows in like the reality realm. So bizarre choice to make. I won't say it is the administration, but I won't say it's not.
We're not going to say it's not.
It certainly happened during an interesting time. And a year. If you could go back to season 1 and change anything about how you were perceived, how you acted, what would you change about your appearance on season 1? If anything.
I think I probably would have. I think I would have turned up a little more.
Okay.
I think so.
What does turning up
I love
look
that
like?
answer.
I love it, like turning up.
I think I might have flipped the table.
Oh, that would have been good.
Um,
You
Knock a
deserved.
glass down, something.
You deserve to
Break a
flip the
little
table.
Right.
glass. Yeah.
I think so. I think so. I think I might have, I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'm thinking about myself and what I have in me and what I don't. And I think I was
Mhm.
so exhausted and so like beaten up by the experience that I didn't have it in me. Like what we saw was me just exhausted.
Mm.
And I wanted to go home. I was kind of over it, you know? Um, so I would like to say like, stand up, you know, that's what I'd like to tell myself. But I just really didn't have it in me at the time. Um, yeah, I think I could have stood to be a little more spicy and just, spoke my mind a little bit more, spoke my heart a little bit more and stood
Yeah.
up for myself. And that's it. Everything else, I think, if I can remember, I only watched it one time through and I had
Okay.
to for the reunion. So I haven't
Mhm.
revisited
Ugh.
it.
Wait, you had
Mm.
to?
I had to before the reunion.
Mm.
I mean,
What was
you
that
can,
like?
Rough.
you don't have to, but I mean, for me at the time, I was like, it would behoove me to watch what I did. So, because I got to go back to
Yeah.
work, and I want to be able to
Right.
at least like, if it comes up, I just want to be able to account, speak for myself and account for what I did.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So I was like fast forwarding through like most of the show to like see my
Your
parts, and
parts.
then my partner, I'm like, let me see what she did, because there are things that I didn't, there are things that I found out watching the reunion or watching the entire series before the reunion that I didn't know about.
Mhm.
And that was my first time seeing. So when the reunion, that was like me, like really putting together like all the shit that I just watched. And I don't even know what to say to this person. And at this point, we've been broken up for almost a year. I
Mm.
think a year.
Yeah, the timeline.
Yeah.
So, did you watch it back alone? Like, did you want to do that like intentionally alone, like watching it back before the union, or were you with friends?
Oh, you had to. So what it's like is they let you know your reunion date, and then you fly out to wherever they're filming it at, and you have maybe like 14 hours because you got to sleep. So maybe you have like 12, 14 hours to consume this entire edit of your season right before going on the reunion. Oop. Am I muted or am I
Oh, you're back.
Nope.
paused?
Give a
You are
second.
good.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry. Um, and you have just that amount of time to consume this show and then speak to it. And you're on ice, is what they call it. So like you also can't, you don't have your phone. You can't phone a friend and be like, bitch, let me tell you what I just saw. Or
Yeah.
you have none of that. It's just you, your own thoughts, your own words, you and God, figure it out.
Mm.
I can just see the journal entry now.
I
Like,
know. Being
You're
in the
hour
room,
going,
3.
pacing,
Like,
pacing
you see
back and
what I
forth.
saw?
yeah, yeah,
That is
yeah.
funny. I feel
Thank
like you
God we don't
turned
have a
up a
live
little bit.
audience.
Right.
I feel like you turned up a little bit for the reunion. Not turned up, but it was very clear that you had seen the season and you saw everything back. And I think you were prepared to be like,
I took
hey
notes.
man, like
I took notes.
nah. Like so I do think it's, you did with the reunion, it felt like you saw and we're like, fuck that. So
Yeah.
got a little bit of it.
Yeah. If only y'all had had
Okay.
a live audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's the thing of nightmares to see that. But I do think you would have
Nightmares.
instantly heard how much people loved you in person as
Yeah.
well. Like there would have
Mhm.
been a lot of grumblings and things, and then I feel like you would have been validated,
Oh,
and maybe that could have been the table flip.
Mhm.
But you didn't
Yeah.
need anybody to hype you up and gas you up.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen the
they
reunion back. I haven't seen the reunion. I haven't
oh,
watched it.
wow.
Um, so I don't even know. And I
Yeah.
and I don't even know that I want. Maybe I will.
You
Maybe I
did a
will at
good
some
job. You
point.
should.
I mean,
It's
at
like
least watch
what I
it for the
think.
fit, because the fit ate.
Yeah, the fit. And then also I
I
feel
know what
like
I
it's a little
wore. I tried to come out with
Malibu-ish.
that. I said if I'm
And
gonna
it
do
did.
anything, I'm gonna try to show a glow up. If I'm gonna do
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
I'm a, Listen, no, but where do you get your style from? Who is your style inspiration? Like growing up, is there a family member or family members or people you saw? Because the fits you didn't miss during the
At all.
show, the reunion,
Present
now,
tense.
you know? So,
Thanks, friends.
yeah,
I think my mom and dad were both, and my brother,
they got
my
fly.
mom, dad, and brother, they were all pretty, they really cared about how they looked and tried to put, just put things on that made them feel good. My brother was a model for a little while, and that was cool to watch. Um, I think just them and just trying to figure out. I think there's something interesting about trying to figure out your own style as a mask person.
Oh, yeah.
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 And figure out what works for you, what you think works for you.
Masterclass. Just,
Yes.
God.
It was also very fun when you and Jade were in the same city, because Jade is a friend of the pod as well. And so being able to have y'all doing the fit stuff, we were like, this was the collaboration none of us knew that we needed, but we're glad that it happened.
Jade's the homie. Yeah. That's my girl.
So tell me now, post show, what was like the wildest, not even the wildest, were there any DMs from anybody that shocked you? Like somebody shooting their shot, they're famous. Like this is like post show, like where it's just like, I would imagine crazy for you. Like, not without naming names. Was there somebody just like you had to like exit out? Like you saw the DM and like, oh my God.
Threw the
Like,
phone across the room.
yeah. Like, how was it for you, Bren? What did the DMs look like after the show?
Just I should have never told y'all to ask me anything.
It's a
I
safe
should have
space, right?
never told
I
y'all.
know.
It's a
We can
safe
just like
space.
sprinkling it into nice ones, like, tell us
Right.
about your time. And now it's like, tell
Right.
us about those DMs. What were they
Right.
Be like, we became friends immediately. It's fine.
Right.
like?
It was actually quite wild for a little while.
Imagine.
Yep. And that's what I'll say about that. The ones that I saw anyway, I don't think people realize also like your DMs, they just get blown up and then stuff gets lost, right?
Yeah.
And so you miss a lot of things and you don't mean to, but you just do. But I think really cool friendships came from the DMs. Like I remember the one that I think I was most surprised at. It's interesting now. I want to say Kaylani, but it's interesting now because she's my homie.
Mm-hmm.
So that feels different now.
That's a great one.
But like Sid from the internet,
Mm.
I was like,
this isn't real.
Right.
and we're just talking like we're just talking in DMs without any introduction, just like normal, like just like we've known each other, you know? And the thing that I got, I think, from the DMs where people were just like, I saw your show and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? You know, or just being like, the show was crazy, dog, but like we was rooting for you. We bang with you. And I remember Sid was like, when you get to LA, hit me up. And like, let's chill. I'll take you, like, let's go out to dinner. Let's chill. And that was one of the coolest interactions with a celebrity, you know, post show. Lena Waithe, that was really cool. Kaylani was super cool. And these were all just really cool, really kind people, you know, like just regular people. Doechii, that was, I lost my shit. It's like, what? But you be trying to be cool behind the screen. You're just like, cool,
right.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Like that, like they can see you as you're typing
right,
back.
I know.
Right.
Like, why did my body language change? Like,
right. Or I'm like, how do they know it's me? Why would you just invite me over your house? You know? And it's like, why wouldn't they? That they could come find you if you do anything crazy.
Right. Like they have the resources to be able to do that.
100%.
Anything crazy.
Right. Right. Yeah, those were some cool ones.
That's dope.
That I can remember. Jasmine Sullivan just followed me recently. She never said anything to me, but I think
that's enough. Like, just follow me.
Honestly,
my God,
you wouldn't have to. Wouldn't even have to. Just seeing that pop up is like, wow. Let me just print that, frame it, and then when I show up to a concert and you choose to serenade me, we're gonna act like we planned this the whole time.
Right.
So I would
imagine she's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "What?" Okay.
Like,
hey, friend. She's like, "I don't know you." Okay.
You're like, no, it's fine. Yeah. No, totally.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. No.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm out of line. My bad.
Yeah.
It's too
So
funny.
tell us about your time since. Tell us about For Them and how you got in with Autostraddle and For Them.
Oh, wait, can I go back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever other detail you want to give.
Yeah.
My current partner,
Hmm.
that was interesting too, because I saw her on tour. I don't know why I'm telling you guys all of this stuff.
No,
That was another
please.
person that interacted with me that I was quite shocked at because I was like, whatever. I'm not entertaining this only to eventually meet her and entertain it. And I didn't, I saw her on tour with Summer
Hmm.
Walker
Hmm.
years ago, back in like,
Hmm.
I don't know, like 2018, 2019.
Oh, wow.
I didn't realize like that was her. So one of our first moments hanging out, I'm like, oh, like you're a pole dancer. That's so cool. Like I remember seeing this one girl on tour with Summer Walker and not realizing that it was her at
Wow.
the time.
She's over here like, got her.
Me?
She was like, sounds
I'll
like it
wait.
was me, but go off, queen. Okay.
Because that was
My
going to be a
bad.
follow-up question from me later, was to see who shot the shot first.
Mm.
But it
It
sounds
was
like
her.
she brought you in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
I
Definitely
love
her.
that.
Yeah.
Period. Cause get what you want. Cause I'm not shooting shots anymore. Huh?
Okay. All right. Let's
So,
go.
Not doing that. Come for me.
Me shooting shots.
Ah.
somebody's going to take that into their life now
I
and be
know.
like, you know what? I'm
Me
going to be like Mal. Me shooting shots?
Shoot
Huh.
shots.
shots.
Ah. But for real though. Like
Well, I have to say, for the way that your platform grew, but then to be able to have privacy from your relationship, and you did almost like the
Hmm.
perfect rollout where it was just like teasers and little things to show where you're like, I'm giving y'all a little taste, giving you a sample size, but that's all you're going to get and that's all you're going to know. And I feel like people don't do that as much anymore, but especially
mhm.
because you were on a show that's centered around dating and marriage, for you to be able to have that privacy is impressive, and love that you all were able to build that. But what did those conversations look like to figure out how you were going to present yourself to the world and when, and what it looked like?
That was we were both public facing, so in different ways. And it was really important to me to be with a person who didn't care about that, like just didn't want to be, wouldn't, I mean, not who prioritized privacy, not secrecy, but was just like, we don't have to blast our relationship. We don't have to make couples content and do all this shit. We
Mhm.
don't have to do that. Like, we can if you want to dabble in that, but we don't have to do that. Um, it was important that I was with a partner like that because I just didn't. I think the hard part is like when you make all of your visibility about your relationship,
Hmm.
you also have to like answer to that. And I remember Lena White telling me something about this. She was just like, just kind of like do what you want, but with being public facing, just be careful with what you decide to share with the public because then you leave it up to them to also uh, just kind of like you leave it up to their scrutiny or however whatever they want to do with your relationship they get to do and like if you want to protect that then she was like my advice would be just to make it private
Yeah.
um and I
As
had a
the queen
partner that
of
agrees.
being private. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a partner that's like, yeah, we can post little things here and there, we're not in secret, but we don't have to make everything about us. And I like it that way, I think I want to protect it and it is sacred to me and it's not up for everybody's consumption. And I do recognize the power of being like an example, if you will. But like,
Hmm.
I'm not trying to be couples goals and all that other
Yeah.
shit. Like, we have a lot of that. Follow those other people for that. For us, I like to keep us. I really want to protect our love and keep it really sacred, and be able to like nourish that privately. That's like for us to do. And we've been
Yeah.
together for 2 years now,
Oh,
almost
congrats.
2.5. So yeah.
That's like 9 in like queer years. Like that
4 years.
is, yeah,
Right.
that's up
Yeah.
there.
I say this
What's
now. I don't know what's going to change. Maybe next week will feel different. But as of right now, that's where we've been at. That's where we're at, and it feels good that way.
But even having the 2 years of privacy is like important in the development of the relationship. Because if you did decide you wanted to do couples content or whatever, it's just a different foundation and y'all have a different understanding than like starting off that way, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's something you learned from your last relationship that's helped you with this current relationship?
How to repair quick. Yeah, and not like mull over the same thing for so long. Like really the power of repairing quickly, or at least wanting to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
We
that.
try to get through shit pretty fast. If there's a breakdown, not too fast, but we definitely try. Like we definitely are repair oriented and like unpack it. What went wrong? What do we do? How can we do this different the next time it comes up? Um, and we really want to make it work. We really want it, we really want it to last. Um, and I think for me, I'm with a person who is really gentle and really kind and doesn't have like explosive energy.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need the attention. She doesn't want all the attention. She doesn't need to take up space that way and doesn't try to. And she's really like grounded in that and confident in that. And that's really like, it's really cool to experience especially when we're going through conflict. She's really like stable. She doesn't really raise her voice for real. She
Hmm.
doesn't, she's not mean, she doesn't say mean things. Um, and she'll leave before she like gets active. If she has to like really, I'm being stubborn and she's really like, bitch, you're tripping. She'll be like,
Hmm.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm go take a walk. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Quick to
Yeah.
repair. That's
Quick to
important.
repair. And you know what's also, she believes me when I say something is happening. Like
Mm.
when I'm experiencing something, I was just telling her this earlier. She believes me, which is really, I don't know, it's really special to experience that. Like she's like, no, if you said that that's what you're experiencing, then that's true.
Hmm.
And like let's hold space for that. I don't have to like fight to take up space about what I'm experiencing.
Hmm. Or prove that it's happening or anything. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or defend it
Or
either.
defend
I
it.
think
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing that even
it
for
really
you to
is.
have to say that, it shouldn't have to be something that folks say when they're in a relationship, but that is beautiful that you could do experience it and have a soft place to land all of those feelings too. Having the yes and of it
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Sometimes I'm curious about, I don't know. I wonder if there's a part of me that feels like could be a race thing.
Hmm.
Part of me feels like that. Um, because my last partner was non-black. This partner's biracial, specifically black and white. And I don't know. I don't know.
What, like a better
Well, but with
understanding
black,
with your current
sure,
partner?
I think so. But I'm thinking about like with black partners that I've had, there's also times where I'm like, no, this is what the hell is going on.
Hmm. And they might
Like,
dismiss it. It's like,
right.
no,
Like, no,
yeah,
it's not, girl.
yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
no, yes, you know? So
yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
it's not. Maybe it's
Is
not
it
a
a
race
femme
thing.
thing? Is it a femme and mass thing? Like, I feel like
I don't
can
know.
sometimes be
And
I
those
something.
can
don't
blow up
know.
too. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's an experience in the heart because I've dated a range and some of the most toxic ones I've had have been with me dating like black women or like I've dated Puerto Rican women, Mexican women. It just the dynamic hits different depending on the person. And I think if the person is able to go through life and have some experiences or learn the tools that are needed, then they're able to show up in the ways that they want. So I feel like it's always in the work that people put in, but also the two people being willing to do that together and trust each other. And I think that's
Yeah.
always the biggest thing is that, all right, moving forward, we said that we're going to put our energy and our time into this. So if you take it seriously, those are the relationships that thrive. And it sounds like both of you take that with a lot of care and very seriously as well.
Yeah. And there's no like inadvertent like dynamic, like femme mask dynamic. We don't really have that. I just so happen to dress this way.
Hmm.
and maybe my voice is a little deeper, I guess. But like there is none of that hierarchy or like power dynamic that way.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm like sassy or crying or sad or whatever we attribute to like being femme or soft, that she doesn't even address that or treat it weird. She's just like, okay, my person is hurt. Let's talk about it. What's up? I didn't mean to hurt you. Like, what's up?
Mm-hmm. That. Oh.
Yeah.
Look at all of us just being over here like, keep talking about it.
I know. I was like, I know you don't want to do couples content, but there's little gems there.
Here we are.
Yeah, just a quick phone call. I don't know. Just listen.
Right.
Little gems that you give us. So,
yeah.
That's awesome. Do you talk to anybody from season 1 at all still?
Is there a group chat? That's what I want to know.
There's not a group chat. Some of us did keep in contact for a little bit. And I think life's just been lifing, and we've just kind of fallen off that train. Or if there's like opportunities that come up, some of us will hit each other up or, reach out to each other. If like there's a check to collect or something like that, I might hit the people up like, hey, I got this. Did you?
And that's a real one.
But that's about it. Yeah. I mean, you got to, Yeah. I don't have to like you to want you to still like be okay in this life, and we don't got to be friends for that. Like you should be in the know of what's coming to you, or maybe I won't tell you directly, but I'll tell somebody that I know will,
That's good.
Yeah.
There's no hateration in your heart,
Not really. A little tiny piece.
A little bit. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. I'm sure it's
a little bit.
It's
Malibu.
So
yeah.
Malibu.
It's in Malibu.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's Malibu.
But yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, before we even shift over to any sort of back opinions, we did start to talk about For Them, but we can't move on without talking about For Them.
Yes.
All of the amazing work that you've done. So first of all, you all have basically helped create a whole sub brand under Autostraddle that still gives us the representation that is needed, but it's very fun because you all are educational and hilarious. It's a great balance of things.
Also,
For
Them purchased Autostraddle. So, and For Them is Black owned, trans owned. So there's that. I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but
did not know that actually.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, it is. And so we're just trying to shake things up a little bit, and get out there and then spread the news. Thanks.
I love you.
So it was a good partnership.
Videos.
Yeah.
Well,
how do you so far? Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was like, but what did those early conversations look like? Thinking of the ideas, thinking of the stories that you wanted to tell, how you wanted to show up in the space. What did some of those early, let's put those Post-it notes up on the wall and see what works look like?
It's so funny. Can you guys hear my dog?
No. Zoom has done wonders on background sounds.
Okay, good. It's interesting because that wasn't my job coming in to, partnering with For Them and Autostraddle. It wasn't that at all. We just wanted to create visibility around Autostraddle. So me and Tima were just like, I don't know, let's do a couple skits. I think it'll be fun. We both thought it would be funny. And they just so happened to just do well. All it was to generate buzz. We didn't have Post-its or a plan or anything like that. We just were like, we riff really well together. Let's just try stuff and see what happens. And we kept doing it. And then we started doing, we refer to ourselves as aunties, and queer aunties do cinema. And we were like, okay, let's talk about these classic movies in our own, personalities and just riff and just see what comes of it. And it's done well. And we just keep doing it. And I would be lying to you if I told you we had a plan. We don't. We literally come together and just say, let's just like knock out a couple things that we think might be funny. We think we like to punch down, instead of or we like to punch up. So we like to clown ourselves and just create scenarios that we think actually exist for us in the world. And that's it. There was nothing else. All it was to generate buzz around For Them, Autostraddle, and just have a good time. And it's worked out in a really fun, good way.
Y'all have so many different, merch, everything. Is there a specific piece that you just absolutely love that y'all have made?
Our underwear are so comfortable.
Mm.
I can't, and I'm gonna send y'all some. So just, you already know, our draws are so good. They're so quality. I of course love the content. We need more writers, so we're putting that out there.
Okay.
Any writers, holla at us. We love to publish these stories and talk about these things, and specifically POC writers. So holla at us. But our draws are my favorite.
Draws. So important
Our
nowadays
draws
too.
are our favorite. They're
To
my absolute
sandwich
favorite
a call for writers between an advertisement
For
for
draws.
underwear is
for
impeccable.
draws.
The draws
Draws.
specifically.
It has to be
My bad.
draws.
I
Yeah.
should.
Hey, come in and
there's a
write
difference between
with
the
them
word
draws.
draws.
And it's a
Draws.
draws, I would imagine, that we've always needed and wanted, because it's been such an evolution for boxers and just what we've had to accept. Well, some of us still accept, but there's a better day out there too.
There's a better day. And they don't have like, what I love about them is they don't have like, no shade to the rainbow. The rainbow's wonderful. I get it. But they don't have like rainbows all through them and the threading and all of that. It's just regular, solid draws.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that so deeply, because the way that we have talked about often that the pride flag needs a redesign, because how do you have the most creative group of people, and we came up with a rainbow. Yeah. And that's everything that we have is a rainbow. That's out of control.
That's a legacy bad queer opinion for us. I hate
is.
The rainbow
It
design.
comes up.
It's just
comes up every year. Every
we
time.
could do better.
And I appreciate
we could do better.
that it's not living in the lining of these draws.
It's not living in the lining. That's
not living in the lining.
Write that down. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, that is, it's not living in the lining. It's funny.
It's not living in the lining.
Oh,
you have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the next chapter for y'all? What are y'all thinking? Maybe not Post-it note wise, but what would you like? Where would you like to see for them Autostraddle go?
I feel like that's a question for my CEO. I don't know. For me, I'm
here for a good time.
Yeah, and I'm just writing it. I would love to see us grow so we can hire a bunch more queer folks.
That's a good goal.
I love that we have now created like a magazine. So we have like physical copy, and it's beautiful and it's really cool and it's really fun. So I'd love to see it be like more of a household name for like, especially for POC people, because we know Autostraddle to traditionally be like white. Just call it what it is.
Yep.
And now we're turning a wave, so I'd like it to see it be a little more household, but I don't know what that actually looks like. My brain thinks like way expensive, maybe like production, podcast arm,
all media.
I don't know.
All that. Yeah.
All types of media.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all have the
jobs.
encyclopedia of
give us jobs.
Lesbian cinema on there. But yeah, y'all have like really cool content that lives on there too. So that'd be good. And jobs.
More jobs. That's all I want.
Jobs.
I want us to be able to give us jobs. Yeah. I don't know what that looks like though. When we expand, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know where I fit into all of it, Like this just so happened. I feel really lucky. This just so happened to work out really well for me. And, I love the owner and it just works well. I love who I work with and it just works well. But I don't know what's next.
Okay. Well, to double up on the deep questions, what's next for you? Like what outside of For Them, like what's next for you?
You're like, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll go deeper.
CEO of you. Yeah. Let's go there.
Yeah, of you. You are the CEO of you.
What about you? What's next for you?
Yeah. Right.
Definitely being pushed in the direction of podcasting. Why not?
You should.
Welcome.
Yeah, please.
Yay.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Also dabbling in book stuff. When I say book stuff, like book writing. I think that's next for now. Okay. I've thought about commercial acting. That's a thing that I could, I think that's the natural trajectory. But I struggle with so much visibility. I struggle with that. I don't love it.
Yeah.
I'm appreciative of it, but I don't love that. I'm not really I'm not really like a big personality. I know that it might seem otherwise sometimes in some content,
Mhm.
but I'm actually not. Interpersonally, yes. But
Yeah.
like to perform for people, I'm not really that.
Yeah.
Uh, I always like to say, like, everybody loves my appearance on the Ultimatum. And I'm like, but if we had a cast full of me, that would be a boring watch. No
Mm.
shade to me, but
Mm. I
we
don't
would just be
know.
diplomatic with each other. I
I
don't think
think
we
you're
would be,
wrong.
all right.
It's like you're pretty entertaining though, you know.
I don't
But I understand
know.
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But from your perspective, because you know the true introvert that you are, or just that you're a little bit more subdued than what we see on TV and people might have a big. But I think I mean, you were the most entertaining on season one. Like, that is,
I'll take it
you could have
For
taken,
us.
all right.
I
yeah,
was like, leave
yeah.
it just
Like,
down to the
I
facial
mean,
expressions alone. It like
yeah,
I would
I
watch
Okay.
that
know,
all day.
exactly.
Okay, if I
Like,
got to do that.
fashions,
Right. Because
face,
we all
like,
knew what was happening without you
drama.
saying it. We stopped and we were like, this is what we
Right.
needed. I'm laughing
Mm-hmm.
harder
Right.
because of this.
Yeah,
We should
yeah.
have, I wish there were a show. Maybe that's the next thing. Maybe we produce a show of all Black people or
Mhm.
POC and it's just facial expressions. There's no words. It's
Yeah.
just
It's just
the
facial
entire thing. I
expressions.
guarantee we would know exactly what we're talking about.
No,
Whole
100%.
dialogue.
And just think all of the comments would just be people inserting the thought bubble and it would be
Hmm.
hilarious because I love when people do that and then it's just the comments coming in and the content, it writes itself.
It
Literally
writes
writes itself.
itself.
You know?
Did we
Yeah,
create something? Does it
I think
exist?
we did.
we
No.
did live, live on here.
And if it does,
There
there's
you
still room for us to do it.
go. Yeah,
Yes, because the Black queer expression means something
so
different
different.
sometimes.
Very
Hmm.
different.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. I
Yeah,
think we onto something.
We
yeah.
all do it. I see the
we're
vision.
we're future planning with you.
I see
We're
the
like,
vision.
here's what you need
I
to
love this.
do.
You
Yeah.
asked what's going to happen next. We said
Yeah,
this,
we'll tell you.
But yeah,
this.
But I
we're
don't
writing
think
a
you're
movie.
oversaturated though. I don't know if you feel that or that's what you were getting at. Do you feel like you're like kind of oversaturated or out there too much? Or am I like, did I just grab that out of nowhere?
I kind of feel like I am. Do you feel like no?
I mean, I don't think so. But like I am chronically online, but I'm in a lot of different places. So when I see you, I'm like, oh, like it's just always good content. Like I don't think
It's,
it's ever like a
yeah.
waste of time. I also, and this might be weird to say, like I think it's kind of big that you got like a job. Like you have an actual job. Like sometimes you see people leave reality TV and you see them like try to get some of that back or try different things where it's just like, oh, like, and that's fine for them. But yeah, it just seems like I don't know. It just makes you even more down to earth to me. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know, but maybe Shana, I don't know if you feel you're on TikTok a lot. I was like, do you think people are-
I am on TikTok a lot.
I'm
No,
like,
I don't think you're too out there, honestly. It's not like I sit there and be like, ah, there's Mouse Face again.
yeah,
It's like what
Fair.
Kris said. I look at it and I know that if you're there, I'm gonna put my time into it.
yeah.
Is type
Ah.
thing.
It's always
And I
good
think that's
content.
more so. So it's not like you're oversaturating it. It's almost like you're
Mm.
intentionally in the places that you are, which is great.
Yeah,
That's true. I do choose the places that I feel lucky enough to be able to choose where I want to be and choose like the bag that I want to work with,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
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 I guess that's
That
what I
is
was trying to
true.
say. It doesn't seem like you say yes to everything.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah.
great. Because there's some
Huh.
people who do that. They blow up and then they burn out. And
Yeah.
we're
And
just
that's
like, oh,
okay.
whatever
Yeah.
happened to them? What's going on? Where it's like, I
Yeah.
feel like you've built something sustainable and full of
Yes.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to wash myself from the attachment to the ultimatum. I mean, I know that's part of it, and of course, but I kind of wanted to like detach from that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's like there's more to me than being on that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've
So
done
I
a
think
great
you've
job
done
with
a good
that.
job.
So
You really have.
congrats.
Yeah.
thanks, friends. Hey, not me coming on. I need to come on
Okay.
here more often. Not y'all
Sorry.
gassing me,
Right?
And you're welcome back anytime.
single-handedly
We said,
lifting me out.
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
Yeah.
said we were going to take the time. It was going to
Big
work. So
fans.
I feel
Big
like
fans.
we're going to lifted you up and then we'll see what happens in this next section because we're going to go ahead
Period.
to our bad
Right.
queer
I know. It
opinions.
might go
Because
downhill.
what type of bad
Taking it
queers
to
would we
hell.
be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? Sometimes we do. Sometimes the stairs are already built for us to walk down there. So, as mentioned before, the whole time you said that this was a safe space. Well, now we're in the section where it's a safe space until it's not. We're gonna have a fun time with this. So, Kris and I will go first.
People get canceled here, huh? This is where
We have
Let's see what
yet to
people
have
get.
anybody get
No, I'm
canceled.
joking.
So if
I'm
you want to
joking. I'm
challenge,
joking.
accept that
No.
and see what happens.
No.
Because every time people come in and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get canceled for this," and then they say something, we're like,
Nah.
"Brilliant, 10
Yeah, no.
stars,
I was like, something online's
congratulations."
gonna top and be more controversial. So
100%.
no, you know.
100%.
So yes, well, I'll go ahead and go first. Mine is a poll and or a community note. Sometimes, Matt, we do community notes where we basically have a discussion about
All right.
our bad queer opinion. But one of our favorite podcasts, Surface Level Podcast, they have been on a roll with sharing very unpopular opinions that have been cracking me up. They've talked about Whitney Houston and how some of her songs just should not be played during Pride. But they most recently did one of who, as in a white, who is invited to the cookout and the people that they decided to choose. But I want to take it to another level where if we were to invite somebody to a Black and queer cookout that was of the white persuasion, who would y'all choose? Who would y'all invite into the space?
Now, why would y'all ask me this?
Because it felt right in my heart. Okay, it was going
A
strong. And
Black
it's their
queer
fault.
cookout.
A Black queer
Queer
cookout.
What white person we would invite to a Black
Yep.
queer cookout?
Yep.
None of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not now.
'Cause
I know too much about them.
And I already got to fight. I got to already fight for my girlfriend to be there already. I know she's biracial, but
Dang.
she already super light skinned, so I already got to fight.
Like,
for
no,
that. So
for
I only
real.
got one fight in me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, their shit is suspended for a while, especially during this administration.
We do
Like,
have to do
y'all
some solid reviews, some solid background checks.
Yeah. I think we should have a cookout just for ourselves at this
I'm
point, just
also
across the
tired
board.
of the cookout. Can I tell you that? Can we interrogate
that too?
The people that's going to the cookout to begin with? Let's just start with us. Because we already are making questionable
Really good at the
decisions to
problem.
begin
Who
with.
all going? Who all going to
Who
our
going?
cookout? Yeah.
Because I'm already asking that at the regular cookout in real life. I'm already asking who all gonna be there. Because if they going, I might not go.
And it's funny that you said let's start with us because like I don't want Tish Hyman at my Black queer cookout. I'm gonna say that. I don't want Tish Hyman there. I don't want certain Black queer people there. Who's that Black guy that looks like Godfrey but something Smith? There's a lot of coonish like Black queer people. So
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like it's just
and so they already have the invite to the cookout, and then they get their plus however many's. No, we got to start with us. The cookout already need to be revamped to begin with.
Yeah,
I'm not going to it.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to go.
First of all, guess what? I'm not even going. I have to tell you,
not gonna go.
I have to tell you, my person, and I thought about this deeply, mainly because I need to know if her underground queer parties happen. Is Sandra Bullock?
She's underground queer parties?
Apparently. Allegedly, she has these like secret underground like queer lesbian type parties, and I need her to come so that I could be invited to that. It's a one for one. That's where my thought went to, and so that's why I was like, if I'm gonna invite somebody, it's gonna be Sandra, and I'm be like, hey Sandra, how about we have the after party at your place, and we happen to go into this underground space, and I need to know about it.
I think the cookout needs a rebrand. We got to name it something different to start with.
Maybe a kickback or something. Something indoors. I don't know if I want to be outside. Depending on the weather. Yeah.
I think maybe I would invite. Oh God, who would I invite? I don't really be knowing celebrity names like that. What's the Paramore? What's her name? The Paramore girl.
Oh, Haley Williams.
Oh, Haley Williams. Yeah. Oh, Haley could come. Yes.
She can come.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
She's always going to be able to come.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, she steps for real. If I had to invite somebody, I do Mackenzie Scott. That's giving away all the money and has been giving away a lot of money to HBCUs, not just the top ones, but she has given away her wealth. She also was very. She studied under Toni Morrison, but just says that Toni Morrison is a big inspiration in her life. And I feel like she is living in a Toni Morrison-like way as a white person, giving up her wealth and privilege.
Honestly,
so Mackenzie Scott.
She's the one who paid for the food.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So she
So
let
we-
us choose the menu. She just wrote the check for it.
yeah,
So yeah.
she might come
100%.
in, show her face
Yeah.
and leave. Yeah, she seems like
Yeah.
she would just
Timing
hang out.
matters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Timing
I think
matters.
she
So
would just come in
Mackenzie,
and say
this
hi.
year.
yeah.
Yes.
This year,
This
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
specifically. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
She's
Yeah.
been good about it.
Because historically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, she's been all right. She's done it a couple years.
Overall.
I know she's not doing it for just the, whatever. Because Elon a couple of years ago was trying to be like she's whatever. Anyways, I don't even know if I'm going to this cookout. I don't know if I want.
might
I
not
just
go.
got to see
I
what's
appreciate
there.
y'all
Yeah.
entertaining the hypothetical because I was just like, they went out there and once I said it, I was like, you know what? We got to bring some of that foolery over here and just see
so
what
funny.
would happen. But I love that, Mal, you didn't know about these secret underground parties that Sandra Bullock have.
Didn't
and I
know.
feel like we gained something out of this. So
I kind of want to go to one.
I know. I want Shana
Exactly.
to investigate or someone to investigate for real. Like I want y'all
I
to.
want to be there.
I want to know. Does this really
I want to
happen?
go. I just want to see what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Code name
Exactly.
is Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah.
What the code
Yeah.
name is, just walk around LA, Sandy Cheeks.
She's listening to this
Sandy.
podcast now and she's like,
Yeah, I
damn, I got to
know.
change it. It's too easy.
I'm gonna get it. An invite, just random, no return address, and I'm like,
Right.
oh my god.
She's like
I'm doing
inviting
it.
you to the rebrand.
Yeah. It would suck to go in there and it smell crazy in there though, or the music was like shitty and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. So thank
I
you,
guarantee
guys.
it's weird.
It's probably
I'm-
weird though.
I
That's the
would
only
bet
thing. I was like, it's
that
weird as shit.
so ultra weird. I bet it's some
yeah.
weirdo shit going on.
It might
Because
be.
the more you're removed, like I feel like the more celebrity you are and have like all this money and
Yeah.
access, I feel like actually is the great like divider. Like I think the
is.
more you are removed from normal people,
Mm,
and I think they get weirder and weirder.
just like my Pharrell Williams, who broke my heart this week.
You
Just
see what I'm
broke my
saying?
heart. Broke my heart. I mean, I actually wasn't surprised he said that because he seems like he's one of those. But the farther you are removed, especially the celebrities that have been famous longer than they've been like not famous, like it's
Right.
just, they have no idea.
It gets weird.
It does. So, Well, my bad queer opinion is kind of a community note. It's a bad queer opinion / community note, but I'm just sad hearing from mask folks. My cousin is out here in the trenches dating. And the girl that she's talking to now, like one of the things she really loves about her is that she listens and she asks good questions about her day and like cares about her day. And I hear this sentiment and I was like, the bar is in hell for masks, like with just getting like someone to care about them, to ask questions, like the little thing, like it is like just listening is just groundbreaking for her. And I just hope that we have better experiences out here. Mask who love on mask or femmes who love on mask do a better job of being romantic with mask, and really making an effort out there because yeah, some of these things are like, oh wow, like that's the bar's in hell. So yeah, I know. Like, oh,
I don't even know what to say to that.
It's sad. It hurt me. I was like, oh. Like she's
How
just
old
like,
is she?
listens. She is 29. 29.
What?
Yeah.
In DC?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's gone through a good cycle of relationships, and yeah, she's like, I don't know if because she leans a little bit more to traditional gender roles with stuff, but even then, it's just like, nah, like it's just been shitty for her with like the femmes that she dates and the effort that they put into some things. So
Are they lesbians? Like,
some of them are,
is she
and some of them I
dating-
had to tell her like, hey girl, like you know what you're doing here. Like that's a straight girl.
right? Because the mask, because her mask experience to straight woman experience pipeline.
But see, here's the crazy thing is she thinks that when she dates straight women that they do care a little bit more about her. And then when I push her to like, hey, go to queer events, date queer women, she says that it's not a good experience for her. She was like, it doesn't, like they actually, which you think it would be the opposite. She was like, she feels like the expectation of being a man is like with the queer women that she's dated. Like there's like the rigidness, which I think is so crazy that it's switched from my experience because it used to be kind of the
Like
other
she's
way around.
conflating queer with curiosity and like thinking like I don't know, but it sounds like she's like, like straight women are really curious and ask a lot of questions, and that feels like care. And it's like, no, the hoes are just nosy. They just want to know because they don't know because they're not gay.
They don't know. Could be. Could be.
They're going to take the notes back to their friends and be like, did you know?
Okay.
Tell us.
Be like, because this is what happened with this one.
Yeah. So what do you do?
So what type of deodorant do you wear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, like just in general, just
know.
Y'all do a little bit more. Just more loving, more questions, more just caring, more, don't think that it has to be one way. Like, the mask has to do all that, and treat her like a lady. We love that song. So yeah, love it. So yeah, let's get some reciprocal romantic shit going here.
I like that. Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love on us. Love on us. Ask about our day.
Ask about our day.
Ask about our day. Listen. Oh, that was the other thing. She was like, not only asking, but like really listening. Like the girl she's dating was like, I said something like a week ago and she like remembered it. And I was like, oh my God, baby.
What?
Yeah, but that's like what she's experienced. Like I was like, lower. Wow, it does. It keeps getting lower. And I was like, God damn.
See, this
maybe it's a collective trauma cycle that we're all in. Maybe it's that. I want to give humans the benefit of the doubt. I just want us to be better. I want to believe we're better.
We can't be. We could strive, some of us, but you're like,
I stay inside. I stay inside.
God. All right,
Mal.
All right,
your turn.
I really want us to wrap up. I don't know if you guys said this already, but I really want us to wrap up this talk on bisexual studs right now. I want us to set it down right now. I want us to set it down. I want it to be done right now.
Right now.
I don't want to
not
see
even
it on
in
my
the
timeline.
year.
I don't want to see it on my timeline no more. I don't want to see the discourse on it. Put it down. The think pieces, the definitions, I want y'all to fucking stop. And I want y'all to worry about ICE and all our goddamn rights being stripped away. And I want y'all to stop worrying about these studs that won't dig. I want you guys to stop.
I love that. And we have talked about it extensively because what comes up every quarter? It's a quarterly fight, and it's like a civil war every time. And I'm like, all right, y'all. Like we gotta move past it.
There's so much discourse.
It's so much every year.
Like there's the educational side of it, there's the cultural side of it, there's the community side of it, there's the historical side of it. I've never known that for two words to have so much history and so
I don't even care.
Yes, I don't care. I don't
think the people that are writing all these think pieces, I don't think they care either.
Not really.
I don't really think they care that much. Not for real.
They said numbers.
Yeah. Engagement. And that's like, I feel like that's our, how the straight world, they have the same like 4 fights like every year, like they rotate it. Like that's ours. Like this one is absolutely ours. They repackage this and it's the same fight. It's the same fight. And it's like, truly do not care.
I don't care. I'm not going to fight you if you call yourself that. By definition, got it. I get by definition. I get it. It's not a thing. Cool. I don't actually care. I don't care if it evolved to be a thing. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Our suggestions was, all right, if we want to leave, like, yes, stud means something. Words mean things. Maybe since language is expansive, we come up with, we start workshopping things for bisexual studs. Maybe buds,
Buds.
Buds. I really think buds would solve it. Like, and then we could just leave it alone. But I was like, as long as we're being expansive and we're now able to create our own language, like, let's just do it with this. Like, we don't, studs is leave studs for studs and then buds or whatever we want to come up with.
Buds.
Right?
Buds is great.
Stud buds exist for a reason. It is popular for a reason. So,
buds.
I think that could work.
Buds could work. It's easy.
I think we could wrap it up.
We've been here telling the people. Buds.
I think we could wrap it up now.
Today.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad that we could come to this solve and have this discourse solved in 2 minutes.
Buds.
Yeah. Buds. And everybody, okay, that's just, buds.
Right.
Buds.
Okay, that's just
it's just a bud. You know how they be.
Buds gonna bud.
That's fine.
Buds gonna bud. Okay. Yeah. Buds night. So there's bud specials,
it.
you know.
I'm
So
not going to be at Bud's night,
I'm not.
but
No.
I support what they're doing. Do what you want to do with your life. I actually don't care if you're not hurting anybody. I actually don't care.
Exactly that. Exactly
At
that.
all.
Yeah, I think we just have bigger fish to fry than that.
Mhm.
Am I tripping about that? Am I downplaying this? Is this a
No,
bigger
I
issue?
don't think you are. I mean,
No.
it's picked as somebody. You know what I hear commonly, and maybe this is controversial for me to say, but I hear, oh, well, you know, like men, it'll confuse men and they're going to keep hitting on us. But again, unpopular opinion, I just think that they're going to hit on us no matter what. Like, they're going to
100%.
shoot their shot. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, like, sure, certainly there are respectful men that are like, oh, okay, I won't, you know, but
Yeah,
they
but
don't
we're not
give
talking
a
about those
fuck.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like,
We're talking
and
about the
that's
ones
not
that don't
gonna,
care what you want to call yourself.
exactly. And
They
they're
don't
not
care.
gonna, yeah, it doesn't, I don't think it's gonna sway things, but it's a civil war with that buds, studs, bisexual
that
studs
bud.
thing. It's just,
Yep.
it's just like, I just want us to come together.
Truly.
We got so
Truly.
much other things to worry about. So,
Me too.
yeah.
But you know what else though? Okay, I don't know if I could say this. Controversial
Yeah.
takes.
Mhm.
The studs that I grew up with were really strict about the definitions. Very strict.
Mhm.
Even so much so that they at times tried to tell me I wasn't a real stud. Because I had like
That's the thing.
micros. And I was
Yeah.
like, because I can't have a lineup and braids. My mama gonna kill me. It's unsafe,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
They were
They were
stripping the
very
stud
strict
card.
back in the days. Like they were
That's
They
what
were
I'm saying.
fully stripping stud
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
Left
Yeah.
and right.
In person. Yeah.
They were like, you like fingers and sex? You ain't no stud.
Oh,
And I'm
they
like,
would
Damn.
what?
You're like, where's
patch
the
right
rule book?
off. Right.
I am a stud. I wear fitted hats. Or boy clothes. I play
You're like,
basketball.
I do. Yeah. I mean, the basketball really, like that doesn't, like that.
I date femmes only.
That's all
I'm a
the stuff
stud.
stuff. That is all.
I build things from IKEA.
Wow. Oh,
Like,
you're one
well.
of those.
Yeah.
Do you kill the spiders or any bugs or anything? Is that you or?
I don't want to say this out loud because I don't want you guys to clown me. I'm a catch and release person.
Okay, see,
You're
at
a
least you
catch and
catch it.
releaser.
At least
All right,
you
that's
do
fine.
something
That's
about
good.
it.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's
if you
fine.
just
Yeah.
left it or threw
Yeah.
stuff, then the clowning would have had to begin. But
That's
at least
that's actually very masculine to me.
you
Is
take
to
care
catch
of
and
it.
release it.
Not with my hands.
I mean, still like catch and release it. Like I'm scared of spiders,
Yeah.
and like my wife knows. Like, hey, girl, I'll tell her. Like, you know, hey, it's in there. Like that is just something I expect her to kill. Like I can kill it, but it would be with like spray. Like she will
Right.
take like a piece of, I don't know,
Something.
like
The smallest
something
piece of
and
paper.
yeah,
Got
and
it.
just get it. And she's like, it's nothing. And I'm like, for you. It's
I don't want to
something.
feel his
You
body.
saved a life.
That, I
And
can't
that's
do that.
me. Nobody understands when I say that. I don't want to
I'm
feel
not about to do that.
anything. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So
I'm
you
not about to
catch
do
and
that.
releasing is very nice. Like that's
Yeah, I might get a cup, you know, in like a stud way, you know,
Okay.
in
Okay.
a mask way.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a beer cup, of course. Because
Yeah. And I look back
On the
at
wall.
my girl.
yeah,
Like, I got
almost
it.
broke
You got it.
this.
And now you're like,
broke
now you're
this
like,
cup.
"Shh, slide in here, slide in here. Okay, now we're gonna take you
Yeah.
outside.
Okay. You-
You turn
Free.
around. I'm just going to take this outside. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I got it.
God bless you.
Come
That's
on,
so
little buddy.
nice.
Come on, little
Yeah.
buddy.
That's actually
Yeah.
very impressive. Very
Good
impressive.
for you, because everything
God.
in my house, if I have to do it myself, I'm calling somebody else, or it's getting murdered with a broom.
Yeah.
Like hit.
You know what?
28
I wasn't
times
always
even though I know
like
it's
that
dead.
though. I was definitely like kill the bug person because my mom's aggressive. But I spent some time in Sri Lanka and I was on like a volunteer trip and the house mom, they're like of Hindu practice, and the house mom, we saw this big ass roach adjacent cousin type of species. And I'm like, we got to kill that now. And she was like, she looked at us like we were crazy. She's like, she's like, why do you guys kill things? Like, she's like, you Americans are so obsessed with killing things. And I was like, oh, should just sweep them outside. I said, oh. She's like, we don't kill things everything has a soul. We don't kill things. I said, okay.
Oh,
Well, I guess I can't kill shit no more.
yeah. She clocked you with that American thing. It's like, well, we
Okay.
are. Yeah.
So y'all
It's
let's
true.
kill stuff. Be like, hey, hey.
Yeah. And good for you, because I would have been like, this is a little Jurassic Park, though. Like, this is like, are we sure? Like, this is a little Jurassic Park. We do not have this in America. Like, this is a little, like, we sure? If you put it back out there, it could knock on the door. So just
She
so we're
caught me at
clear.
the right
Yeah.
time. She caught me in the middle of like religious vulnerability and trauma, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay,
Uh,
I don't
and
know.
then she pulled the everything has a soul, and you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said, oh my
you
God,
can't say shit to that.
here we
what
are.
would Jesus do? Okay,
Yeah. You just have to nod on that. No,
hmm
everything does have a soul.
you're
Mhm.
right.
I'm
Mhm.
hollering.
Mm.
This has been so great.
This has been so
But now
much
it's time
fun.
to
Oh my
wrap
It's
up the
been
God.
show.
good.
Can't believe it. But we would never leave you without giving shout outs to our faves. My shout out goes to the new book that is coming out. There's Always Next Year. It's a story about
Ooh,
love, queer joy, and community. This is a young adult book of two teens that have 24 hours to fix their love lives. This was
Mm.
co-written by Bad Queers fam, Georgia M. Johnson, and Leah Johnson, no relation, uh, but owns a dope bookstore and writes great books and all of that. The book will be out December 2nd. So
Ooh.
go get that, purchase it, support them. There's Always Next Year.
I love that title. My shout out is to Crissle's Couch, podcast and Black queer legend Crissle West has a new podcast that's launched. The first episode is up, and probably two by the time this comes out. Each week, Crissle brings sharp truth along with her own lived experience and insight to listener letters, solo reflections, and candid conversations. Equal parts culture, critique, and care. Love this. Follow on IG at Crissle's Couch.
you guys, these shout outs are fantastic and great. So I'm gonna give a couple shout outs.
Hey,
Can I do that?
yes.
Absolutely.
Crystal's Couch, also that. I second that. I'm right behind it. I want to give a shout out to Brandon Kyle Goodman. He has a play that's running right now, Ho Church,
Yes.
Fire. It is in New York right now, but like go see it. If you can see it, it is fantastic. It is liberating. Probably one of the most amazing plays I've seen in a long time. Um, Also shout out to Gladys Bookshop
Okay.
in Brooklyn. Amazing. Also shout out to Autostraddle and For Them.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
No shame.
No shame.
No shame here.
Also, shout out to Jet Boomer. They have a Substack. It's called Little Trouble. Amazing. Fantastic. Queer writer. I think that's all I got right now.
A shout out to you. Tell everybody where to follow you, where to find you, what to
Yeah.
support.
Yeah. You can follow me at I Go By Mal on every single platform, all of them. I keep that updated for the most part with the things that I have coming up next. And I will continue to do that. And that's all I got.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is why prayer works, because
Let's hold hands. Let's hold hands.
let's just hold it.
Right, come on.
It closes out in prayer.
Come on.
My wife jokes
Thank
me
you,
because I
Dad.
say, like, God is great, God is good. Let us thank Him for our food. For my grace at dinner, and I was like, I haven't gotten sick for food. So me and God are okay with that elementary.
You guys are locked in.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would I change it? But
I don't think he's asking for too much. You know what I mean?
he really doesn't have time for me for this food. So that's why I keep doing it. But
Yeah.
all seriousness, thank you so much for coming on the show, chatting with us. Again, we are so proud to have witnessed your rise and just to see you and everything that you're doing. And you've been so great to us even behind the scenes and coming on here. So we are just happy to have you on. You're welcome to come back anytime you want and hope you do. And yeah, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, friends. And I love this platform you guys have. I love watching you both just put on for us and be Black and be beautiful and wonderful. So
thank you, friend.
thank you, guys. Thanks for being the example. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you for being an example. Come on.
Come on. Look at this. Look at it.
This is so great.
We love to see it. Everybody, hope you enjoyed this episode. And we thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week.
Take care.
Can we talk about things? And I'm sorry that I'm